Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another EA review. Right, today we are looking at how many drive expert advisor, and this is owned by a gentleman called Zygala. Right, I'm just gonna get Zygala because I can't pronounce the first two names, but he is from the same country Robert Lewandowski is from, so he's Polish. And this come after that other EA I reviewed, which was the first one. This is the second video that I'll be doing on expert advisors. Right. So first things first, he reached out to me and he said, you know what, I've got an EA that has done 10% over the past 3 weeks, and I was very intrigued by it, right? And I'll tell you why. I trade percentages, and normally I target 10% per month, right? And if an EA is capable of delivering 10% in 3 weeks, I always say that's good. But remember, there's always going to be a but, right? Firstly, this is not advice for me to tell you to go and buy it. This is just me sharing with you what we have here, and I always appreciate the feedback that I get, because I know there's people who has more experience in expert advisors than what I am. So it's always good to hear what other people are saying about these things as well. So don't think because 10% looks good over 3 weeks, you need to now go there and spend it. No. So what I am here to do is go through the information, share with you guys some of the stuff that got here, that we got here, and then you let me know what you think about it, and I'll tell you what I think about it as well. Now, the first thing for me personally, 10% in 3 weeks is very good. Firstly, now there's a couple of things we need to take into consideration. The first thing is the drawdown, and the reason why looking at drawdown is important, because people like me, we own multiple prop firm accounts, right? And we've got drawdown targets that we are not able to exceed. And in this case, you can see here the maximum drawdown on this was 2.6%, right? And we can also see that the profit over here, the profit over here was $97. The deposit was $950. And we're going to go through the trades, right? This is kind of the graph over here that we got here. And we have 84%, 84.6% profitable trades, and 15.4% trades were lost. Now, the first thing that I do want to talk about is this EA. It trades basically multiple currency pairs, right? A lot of them. AUD-CAD, NZD-CAD, all of these things that you see over here, it trades it, right? Now, I'm going to leave a link in the description box for you guys to go and actually see the strategy behind this EA so that you can understand how this works also. Now, the first thing I do want to talk about before I continue is that 3 weeks worth of backtesting is sufficient, but it is not enough to understand how an EA will perform throughout certain news events as well. And that's just my personal opinion, right? I do feel that you need to run it at least, we need at least a couple of, maybe a month or two, right? That is why I requested this gentleman to rather send me the EA, let me load it onto my MT5 and let me run it for a month on my side as well, so I can kind of see how it's going to perform on a 2,000 Rand live account, right? Because the recommended deposit amount over, he did mention, I think was about $500 also, but I kind of want to go low risk and see how it performs, if it's going to give me the same results as I got from traders, from the other guys who I reviewed as well. Let me just go, and because I do not want to everything loads except for the thing that I want to load. So I don't want to go and these guys, right? Pups Empire, right? So that return was also 10% over a month, right? But the amount of capital was a lot lower, right? Now, these were the trades that were taken, right? The first thing, the most profitable trade was $38. Now, the reason for that is clearly you can see that the lot size was 0.12. Now, the one thing I've always said is, right, so I don't know how the risk works basically on this EA, how does it go, does it risk 1% or whatever the case is, or does it just go 0.3, 0.2, 0.3? If it loses, does it use the martingale strategy as well? Would be something to that I would love to learn as well. because we can see some of these trades, they've got higher lot sizes. Now remember, they might have the higher lot sizes. It could be the same risk depending on the depending on the currency that you're trading also. So that's one of the things to keep in mind over here as well. So we can see the highest win was $38. The biggest loss was $11 also, right? So that was another good thing to see. We can see here some low amounts that came through as well, $15 and $16 as well. You can see this was running from the 14th of June until the 3rd of July there as well. So if we go through the statistics, we can see here the best trade was $39.66, and then there we've got the worst rate was $11.89. The gross profit was $118, and there was a negative balance of $24. The overall pips was 2,530, and there we have 924 pips in there as well, right? So we've got a stop ratio over there of 0.63. Average holding time is 1 day, and the average amount of trades per week is 4, which I think is relatively good, right? Not too many trades, right? There's no reviews on there as yet, but like I said, as we can see, yeah, the drawdown was quite low over there also. And then if we go through some of these numbers that we have over here, so you can basically check there, right? Track record of the account has been moved there as well. I just want to go in here. Is it in here? Let's see over here. Okay, these are the same numbers over here. Okay, so here's the profit factor, 2.03, balance drawdown relative 4.63%, which is quite good. Expected payoff 2.91%, equity drawdown relative 4.06% as well. Now I think the drawdown overall, it is good, right? I think the growth is good also. The one thing I do want to say is that I do think that there is still like this EA is very new still, right? It is very new. Now you can read how the strategy basically works on here, but I think for me, I personally, I'm interested in it. I did receive the EA. I'm going to backtest it a little bit more, maybe for a month or so. Like I said, I have a lot of funded accounts. I am giving away funded accounts for you guys as well, and I would like to plug this in one of them, but I'm not going to just plug them in any one of them. I would like to test them on a small account first, and then if it does sustain at least a 4%, 5% growth per month, that is okay also. But I need to monitor the drawdown over a consistent period, because like I said, 3 weeks might sound good, but I guess if you have the product, then by all means. But I think more testing needs to be done. More testing will be done, but he just wanted me to get it out there for people to see and learn about as well. Guys, that is it from my side. Let me know what you think about Harmony Drive. You think there's potential for this EA to grow purely based looking at the strategy that it uses? Again, like I said, the numbers and the stats looks pretty good. I just do think we need more back testing. We need more testing on this, and I prefer to do my own testing. You understand? That is it from my side. Danko for your time. Shouldn't say Danko because DJ Coach removed me from the signal group. Then I didn't get all my signals. But thank you for your time, and as always, cheers for ears. Yeah.